Well, Florida Budget Builds may have found something for the right price. And it's been here a long time. But, a literal barn find. Well. What have we got ourselves here? Well, it's got some weight reduction. I know that. I don't think that matters. Doors open and closed. Welcome back to Florida Budget Builds. So today, I figured I'd do a short clip on the truck we got and what we really got going on with it. I am going to throw in a couple pictures of when I had the fenders on and stuff. The hood is still not here, but it is available. I'll get it soon, eventually, sometime. There's a lot going on here. Now, supposedly, of course, I don't know. I found it in the barn. This is what we got for the Silverado transmission work. Has a title. It's a 1983 Datsun 720 something. I don't know. So anyways, you can see at one time, this thing was pretty gnarly. Now this thing has the RPM activated switch and it was set to 7,000 RPM for the shift light up here. And it's got all the switches and, you know, the fasty-do thing. And it did come with the, an expired seat and an all aluminum Kirky, which is really nice. And it has a roll bar, but it needs some things. It doesn't touch the frame up here. It's got some serious weight reduction. There is stuff wrong with it. A lot of stuff. But you can definitely tell somebody had a V8 in here. And, it's still got some of the telltale signs. This is the aftermath of who bought it after the guy who raced it. Now, from what I can tell, and this is just strictly guessing, this here says 95, 96, April of 96. So maybe he raced the 5 seasons prior to that. I'm not exactly sure how long these would have been good for back then, but that would make sense. And the title was registered last in 95 or 96. But aside from the obvious issues here and there, it's got some serious problems. Now, it does have a homemade 4-link in it, which was way crazy when I got to it. It was way off here, way off there. It was 2.5 inches off to the passenger side, and I know nothing about this stuff. I don't know if I'm going to put leaf springs back in this or, a set of used ones, because to do QA1s or something on this would probably be $1,000 plus fabrication. So I'm not sure if I'm going to go that route, because that would destroy the budget. And I probably won't have enough horsepower for a setup like that for some time. So with all that being said, it's still got the door cards, which is cool. And the windows work. The doors open and close pretty well. And, a lot of the fabrication's been done. The story is this has had a small block Chevy in it with a turbo 400 trans. So the motor mounts have obviously already been fabricated. Maybe we touch up on those. Maybe we don't. The cross members have been fabricated. It's got drive shaft loops, which are pretty impressive. Now, the big downside is no master cylinder. All the lines are rotted. And I think the front suspension is it's bad. When it's on the ground, it's flat on the ground. So I'm going to say it probably needs new torsion bars, because I can't figure out how to adjust these. But, dropping a small block Chevy in here, it's going to need some suspensions. But from what I can gather, I can get the entire front suspension rebuild, not including the torsion bars, for about $300 off Rock Auto. And that's everything. Inner and outer tie rods, the links, the sway bar. I mean, it's everything. And then the torsion bars are anywhere from like 150 to 350 or more, depending on, how aggressive you go. And I'll have to look into that more. All this stuff is pretty sloppy, loose, which will come together with the radiator core, stuff like that. It's got the spots to bolt it down somewhere, you can see in there. Same for over here. But it's heavily modified. But the bonus is it does have a title, regardless of all its rust and such. So the biggest thing here, I think, is going to be this 4-link rear end, which I just don't have enough knowledge, which I will do my research. There is some stuff in here. We're going to have to do some welding for sure, which I am not the best welder, but I'm positive there's no real penetration on that, which is going to be a problem. But other than that, I mean, this was definitely an old school build. I can imagine that, you know, it went down the track a lot. I don't know, maybe somebody's dad has seen this before, maybe back in the 90s, early 90s. But this is it for now. I figured I'd throw a video up. It had a wing. It was terrible. I don't like the wing. But the cool thing is it does have almost all of its front cowl, its lower unit, its grill. So it is pretty complete, even though it is a little beat up. So very cool. I don't know if the rims I got will work for this. If not, you know, we'll do trading in and out of that. So again, this is a great portion of the budget. Even if I have to throw $1,000 into this, I basically got it free. So I'm still starting, you know, a roller at $1,000. But we'll get more into this. I'll get a lot more on video, decide what I'm going to do with the suspension. And the motor parts are kind of coming in as we go now. We're trying to get through the holidays, et cetera, before we do anything else on the motor, because it could very much run soon. So stay tuned, subscribe. We will get you updates, and I will have random videos rolling until we get some content going in. I appreciate you guys stopping by. We'll see you soon.